Jaylen, I know you've had quarters like the fourth before, but how did that feel for you with the array of shots you were making and stuff?
It felt good. It felt really good. Obviously, I thought it was only a matter of time. The first three quarters is probably one of my uglier stretches of basketball, probably in my career. So, just stay with it. My teammates, I got some great teammates that, encouraged me to keep going. And, it was just a matter of time.
Jaylen, you hit that first three-pointer there in the fourth quarter. Seemed like you said something to yourself. What was it? What did you say, or what was it like in that moment? You finally see that three fall.
My mom told me not to use curse words no more in the media, so I can't tell you what I said to myself. But it was just, it's about time. I had a bunch of open looks throughout the game, and for whatever reason, they wasn't going in. Taking them. My teammates encouraged me to take them. I had a bunch of open shots, and they just did not fall. I think one didn't even hit the rim. And it was just, but you stay with it. I found one to go in, and then was able to get some momentum, and it kind of just steamrolled into that fourth quarter.
When you talk about seeing one fall, especially like you said, after you had the air ball wide open in the corner, and then you see one fall. How does it switch like that for you so you can go on that run in the fourth?
It's everything, especially with the looks I was getting. Depending on the night, the looks I get may or may not be open. And I feel like I got a lot of open looks, wide open. And sometimes when it's so open, it becomes a different shot because you're just not used to it. But at the end of the day, it's basketball. So, I can score with the best of them. So once I saw one go in, I was not taking my foot off the gas.
Jaylen, you're a super confident guy, very confident player as well. And Marcus said it post-game to you, don't hang your head, don't get down. Is that something, was it just tonight? Is that something you've been feeling lately? And why have you been feeling that way?
Nah, obviously I haven't played basketball up to my level that I expect. I think, we got a lot of critics in Boston, but I'm my biggest and my own toughest critic. So obviously when you're going through like a little stretch where you could be playing a lot better, obviously you're going to be a little bit harder on yourself. And, Marcus is just a great teammate, knowing that it's highs and it's lows in this game. I done seen some of the highest of highs and lowest of lows. I done had nights where I didn't miss a shot. And then I've had nights where it seemed like I couldn't make a shot. So it be like that sometimes. And, you don't hang your head. You get ready to try to find ways to impact winning. And tonight, we needed a win tonight. So, I wasn't going to allow myself to just stay in that same place all four quarters. The first three quarters was shit, I tried. She gonna be on me. The first three quarters was whatever, and then fourth quarter just stay with it, just mentality, faith, consistency, hard work pays off, and it was able to find some rhythm and some shots where they're able to go down.
Jaylen, you got hit in the mouth by Forbes. What happened there? And then it seemed like you kind of tasted your own blood. You had a bloody mouth, and then you got into it with Reed. Can you describe what happened on both those situations?
Yeah, I got smacked in the face, and I probably deserved it, the way things was going. But, took a shot to the face, had some blood coming out, and it was just an aggressive game. You give credit to, Minnesota. They came out and was trying to take advantage of our, lack of, energy and how we've been playing the last couple games. And they kind of jumped on us and stayed in the game. But it only lasted for so long. We was able to push through it and find a way to win.
So you made the layup. Did Reed say something to you first, or you say something to him? Or was it just a stare down? How did that go?
I don't really do too much talking. So, I made the shot. I think he had blocked my shot in the first quarter and he had said something. So when I made this one, I looked at him and I just looked at him. And I didn't even have to say nothing. He just knew what that look meant. Then he, walked over to me or whatever and was talking. But to be honest, I ain't hear nothing bro said. I wasn't even focused on that.
Hey, Jaylen, you said you have big expectations for yourself, and you said that there's a lot of critics here, but you're your own biggest critic. Can you go more into depth about that? Like, how do you critique yourself versus the media?
It ain't really much more to be said. I know what I'm capable of. I put in work each and every night. I watch film. I put my blood, sweat, and tears into this game. So ain't nobody know what I'm capable of more than me. So when I'm not living up to my expectation, and things that I want to do on the floor and things that I know I can do, and I'm making mistakes, sometimes it can cause you to, put your head down, or because you're supposed to be a leader for your team, but there's a lot of basketball to be played. It's going to be ups and downs in the game, highs and lows. It's going to be stretches of the season where everything is amazing, and there's going to be stretches right now where we, won one game in the last 4. You just got to, find the balance, let the water rise to its level, and be who you are, and be who you are. And tonight was an example of how things can be going terribly wrong, and then able to just stay with it and find some type of balance in it.
Jaylen, it seemed like getting to the rim, getting to the paint was a huge driver in not just your success, but everybody. Derek White was getting to the rim. Everybody was getting to the rim. How important is it to have that feeling of attacking and being successful? And what is it that makes you guys get away from that sometimes?
I think you're right. I think when I get to the basket, I think this year is when I found a lot of my success. Sometimes I guess we get away from it because it feels like we got open shots, or maybe we're overthinking the game a little bit. I'm not really sure, but I think you're right. I think getting to the basket, getting to the paint creates openness for everybody, to be able to create even more open shots. So I think we should do that a lot more, like get to the basket. Thank you, Jaylen. Thank you.